What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on a recent clip that came across my timeline. I think it's on Facebook, right? And it was saying that how LeBron James never win games like in clutch moments. Like last night they played Detroit Pistons, right? And it was LeBron James' birthday. And LeBron James couldn't muster up, like, and I know that LeBron James been in the league for like 20 something years, right? But this is like something throughout his career, like sometimes on big nights, like players, especially superstar players and players that are franchise players, they're able to on certain nights when it's special nights, they're able to get up and motivate themselves and then put on like an extra special performance, right? And throughout LeBron James's career, he's never really been able to do that. Like he's never been able to put together like a performance like on a certain night, whereas though, where if he's breaking somebody's record that night, he'll wind up losing the game. Or if this is like, he's never able to be clutch in that moment just to make it that special moment. Like for instance, the night that Kobe scored like 81 points, right? That was during they was giving him a send off, right? And Kobe scored 81 points. Like that kind of stuff don't happen, or LeBron James is not able to do those type of things in clutch, during clutch times, right? And so I came across this video and I'm gonna play the audio from it because it just really just points out that when you listen to this video, you'll see like how LeBron James never was able to win in special moments where like they would, if they wanted to honor him on a certain night, it wasn't like you're going to get a special performance for him, right? And so why is that important, right? Because if you are somebody who is a dominant basketball player and you to go, you will have some of those moments. Whereas though like if they want to, if you on the night he passed Kareem, he took over the scoring record, they still lost. Now that would have made if he could have dragged his team to a victory during that night, if he could have carried his team to a victory that night when he passed Kareem for most points in NBA history, that would have made it even that more special. But now it kind of makes that award like they could have just given him the award like after the game, once the game was over with. Instead of stopping the game. It's not like, LeBron James just stepped up and carried the team that night because it was, it meant something special to him. And that's just par for the course, with LeBron James, right? So let me play this audio and listen to all the times that LeBron James never really rose to the occasion.
James always loses during the biggest moments in his career.
Enlighten me.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a few times where he had big moments, big times, and he did not show up. Okay, LeBron James in his NBA debut, big L.
Who they play? The Kings?
I don't know who they played, but they lost the game. LeBron James when he passed 10,000 points. You think they won or they lost?
They probably lost.
They did lose because LeBron James can't win in important games.
I mean, it's one single game, though.
LeBron James when he passed 30,000 career points. Win or loss?
I'm going to go with the latter. I'm going to say loss.
He did lose. LeBron James passes Michael Jordan in career points. Do you think they won or lost that game?
I'm pretty sure they lost.
They did lose, Mike. What about when he passed Kobe Bryant in career points?
I'm going to stick with the bid. I'm going to say they lost.
They did lose. What about when he reached 10,000 rebounds?
They lost?
They lost. What about 10,000 assists? He couldn't have lost, right?
They lost.
What about when he passed Karl Malone in career points?
Unlike the mailman, he didn't deliver.
What about when he passed Kareem in career points? They must have won that game.
Against OKC, they lost.
How many NBA finals did LeBron James lose?
No, he's lost 6. He's 4-6.
LeBron James has lost 6 NBA finals. This guy does not know how to win the game at the most important times of his career.
So that was like, those are some of the examples, right? And like I said, LeBron James been in the league for 23 years, and it seemed like he would have one or two times or a couple occasions where he was able to in a special moment, and he knew that, he was coming up on a record or something. He's passing somebody for assists, or he passing Karl Malone for points and stuff like that. He couldn't cap that off with a win. And then and now, he wants to be in that GOAT conversation, but he don't have any of those moments, and it just seems like everything that all the accolades and all the honors that have been given to basically give is the word. It's not like he has earned any of those, or he went above and beyond to make those moments and those times special, and so it's looking more and more like everything he has accomplished is on the fact that it's based on longevity. That's how he caught Karl Malone with the points, because of longevity. So he wasn't worried about wins. That's how he passed Kobe, based on longevity. And then he lost that game where he caught Kobe. So, you know, and people who want to put LeBron James in that GOAT conversation has to think about these kind of things. Like, what type of special moments did LeBron James create, based on like his will, and his determination, like one game where you can say, well, oh man, LeBron James really just strapped the team on his shoulders that night because he knew he was going to pass Karl Malone, and he carried him to a victory that night. Or he knew that he was going to, overtake Kareem's record. And so he strapped the team on his back, and he showed out, or at least put on, even if you don't win the game, put on like an exceptional performance that evening. And a lot of times he don't, but most of all, people want to see you win at those times. So they'd be like, yeah, LeBron got on it tonight, but he still lost, So that, in my opinion, that just goes to show that maybe winning was not as important to LeBron James as it was to somebody like Kobe Bryant, or as it was to like Magic and Bird and Mike and all those guys. Winning was not everything for him. And so fans don't have the kind of appreciation for LeBron that they do for as they do for those other guys like Isaiah and all those other guys who were special, and who on special nights you got a special performance. I could remember Magic Johnson coming back after he had retired, and he played in the All-Star game, man. And he came back with that All-Star game and basically put on a show, when they allowed Magic to play. And, and it's been other times where as though like big time players just step up in big time moments, but we don't have those type of we don't have those type of moments from LeBron James, man. And that just to me signifies that LeBron James, he didn't put in that type of work, and he didn't have that mentality as those guys did, who was special like that. He didn't, he couldn't do that in those clutch times. And so when you listen to these guys say that LeBron James ain't show up in big moments, it's all true. All the accolades that LeBron James have, they are based on longevity awards. Even his championships, like his championships, he been to 10 championships, right? But he got 4, so he's 4 out of 10. Whereas though, anybody else, who would have went to 10 championships would have been able to at least muster up one more win. So, I just think that all of his awards, like I said, are based on just longevity. Longevity. Eventually, if you play long enough, of course, you're gonna catch Karl Malone for points, after 23 years. Or if you play long enough, of course, you're gonna catch, Kareem, and you passing everybody in assists and all this other stuff. Everything except for winning. And people now are just really fans are aware of this. Fans are aware of this. And so when they try to push this narrative that LeBron James was dominant, and he don't have any evidence of that where you can go back and say, oh man, LeBron James, his such and such teammate was out and LeBron James had to carry him through that stretch. You don't have that, with LeBron James. You always have people talking about, well, LeBron James need more help. Whereas though when Scotty was out for a while, Mike carried that load. And he made it, the Chicago Bulls did not miss a beat, and so it wasn't the same with LeBron James. And so it's just too much proof out there that LeBron James is not clutch. And so that's my take on it. With that being said, man, y'all make sure and like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.